The exam is knocking at the door, and in the nick of time, you suddenly realize that a vast syllabus is left for you to cover. So, here, no need to panic then. Hello, everyone. This is Nissa. I once again welcome you all to my YouTube channel, English by Nissa. Students, in this video, I am going to share you the tips to revise vast syllabus in the less time. These tips, which I am going to share with you, are applicable for all the students. Either you are preparing for your competitive exam, or you are preparing for your 10th or 12th class board exam, or you are doing any class preparation. These tips are applicable for all the students and for all the exam. So let's start it. Exams become a nightmare for those students and learners who disregard their textbook throughout the year. It is a competition to see how quickly they can stuff a year's worth of material into their head. Many of them are undoubtedly doing the same thing as the board examination approaches. So, students, the most effective method is to study in small groups with complete attention and take a short pause in between. It's more important to focus on how much you study than how long you study. Reading for 10 or 12 hours a day is extremely harmful. However, most students keep pushing themselves to study nearly all day for the days relating to their examination in order to complete the syllabus. In academic life, students often face various circumstances when no matter how much time and energy they devoted to studying, the outcome is unsatisfactory lack of concentration is very common here, which means sitting with books for hours thinking about the last episode they saw and expecting to recall every word. This is regular occurrence among students studying for challenging examinations. Hence, one should be a master in revising the vast syllabus quickly so that one can make the best out of academics. So, today in this video, we are going to discuss the tips to revise the last means vast syllabus in the less time. So, students, here the first point is divide your study period in 2 hours each. Take a break of 15 to 20 minutes after every 2 hours of long studying. When taking a break from studying, keep your mind free from any exam related thought and stress. Else, the next round of studying will not be much effective. Here, to start your revision, you need to focus on the core syllabus and the topics. A syllabus study material can be classified into two categories that are core material and elaborate material. While core content includes the key principles, theorems, formulas, crucial charts, and infographics, whereas in the elaborate material includes examples, quotes, and illustration among other things. So it is important to know, students, this is the core material. This is the core subject is expected to count up to 80% of the question asked in the exam. So if you are having trouble finishing your syllabus, focus on the main topics in each course. Furthermore, review previous year's questions pattern to ensure you are not wasting a lot of time on areas that are extremely unlikely to be addressed on the exam. Now the next point is you have to divide your subjects into three categories. That three categories are memory dependent subject, the second one is problem solving subject, and the third and the last one is interpretation based subjects. In the memory dependent subject, history and political science, biology, which contain a lot of material that needs to be memorized. In problem solving subject, these subjects include math, economics, and physics. And the last one, interpretation based subjects, including English literature and other languages, means other language based literature papers. The next point is students, you have to make notes. Make brief points of what you are understanding after studying every topic. Here you need to follow SQ5R method. Now let us see what are SQ5R here. So students, here SQ5R is a short for survey, questions, read, record, recite, review and reflect. Now let us see each one in detail. So here student, under this survey, what you have to do, you have to skim through the textbook and mark important areas. Don't take more than 7 to 10 minutes here. And the meaning of skim here is nothing but skimming is the reading rapidly in order to get a general overview of the material. The Q stand for questions. In your textbook, turn the headings and subheadings into questions that could be asked in the exam. Jot down possible question at the side of the important portion of the text. And here in the read, record, and recite, go through the text again and record important points in your own words separately. I always ask my student to say the summaries or answer in their own words. And you have to put them in a bullets or boxes for better visual representation. Then you have to recite the points you noted to yourself. Then in the review, ask yourself the questions you noted and see if you can answer them properly or not. And at the last, repeat the above. In the reflection, you have to repeat the above steps and reflect on the topic you learned till it's completely memorized. So, students, after doing that all hard work, there is some more point which are necessary for you to learn here. The first one is the revision is the key here. If you are learning new chapters or a new subject in the days leading up to the exam, you should be aware that the three concepts are crucial within that 24 hours. The first one is you must recap, review, and reinforce whatever new information you have learned. If you don't do these things, you will lose 80% of the stuff you have gained. So, it is very important for you to revise whatever you have memorized or learned. The next one is you have to take a frequent breaks. Instead of tackling large areas of the syllabus every day, break it down into smaller chunks. You will be capable of remembering every little on exam day. If you rush through all of the chapters you have still not covered, a 2 hour period of constant study is idle. Each 2 hour period can be subdivided into 25 minutes and of instant study followed by a 5 minutes rest. The next one is you have to sleep rejuvenates to rejuvenate yourself. So here people sleep converts short term memory, what you just learned, to long term memory, what you can recall while sitting in the exam hall. So, sleep for 7 to 8 hours every night to ensure that your brain retains all the information you learned during the day. And the next one is you have to prepare a timetable. When time is a constraint, having a timetable will greatly benefit in getting ready for the next subject. Also, in this way, tough topics can be evenly spread out. Next one is the most important point is you have to see the proper study location. Study in a place where you won't be distracted. Changing your location will help you to concentrate entirely on the assigned task. Make sure you choose a location where you won't have to move for an extended period of time. A quiet room, library, coffee shop, or a personal desk are all good places to study. The next point is prepare short notes or flashcards. On a set of notes or small paper, write terms and their short definition. This allows you to put yourself to the test during the day. They are particularly beneficial on the test days because you can study them on the bus or while traveling in a car. I used to do the same things when I was studying for my exams. The next one is you need to prepare a mnemonics. Mnemonics are nothing but this is associating a story or memory with a specific piece of information will aid recall you. You can use mnemonics as an example. So here mnemonics techniques transform the information you want to remember into patterns that your brain remembers more easily than the original. For example, here memorizing a periodic table might take days, but with easily available mnemonics, the whole table can be learned very easily. Group sessions are not the best option when time is constrained or when you are trying to learn huge chunks of your curriculum for technical and professional tests. Study group are beneficial when discussion and dialogue are free flowing. It helps in generating an enriched viewpoint, but when the focus is on revising more in less time, a lone wolf will prevail. The importance of studying on a regular basis cannot be overstated. Now, here, students, I want to ask you one question. Would you rather memorize large chunks of date at the end of the week or tiny doses of knowledge on the daily basis? What you will do? So here the people who study on a daily basis are more likely to remember information for long periods of time. They even have time to revise it, which is also an important aspect of successful study. These strategies will help you perform better and keep your learning time more enjoyable. So, if you see these smart study strategies, you will notice a huge reduction in the amount of time it takes to learn new things. And here, the last one, you have to keep focus on frequently asked questions. So, students, this is all about how to revise the vast syllabus in the less time. I hope it would be helpful for you. Stay tuned for more videos and best of luck for your exams.